Today is Wednesday, Parashat Vayeshev. Parasha begins in the second pasuk, Elde Toldot Yaakov. These are the descendants of Yaakov. Yosef, Ben Sheva Yisrael Shanai Roet Echav Batson. Yosef was 17 years old when he was a shepherd for the flocks at Echav together with his brothers. So the pasuk means to tell us the descendants of Yaakov, and he goes straight into Yosef. So Rashi explains, Tala Katuv Toldot Yaakov be Yosef. In describing the descendants of Yaakov, the Torah went straight to Yosef. There were other children. Reuven was the firstborn, etc. Achat shel kol atzmo shel Yaakov la'avod etzel Lavan ela berachel. Number one, that the whole intention when Yaakov worked with Lavan was for Rachel initially. The fact that Lavan put Leah instead of Rachel, that was a kind of a trick that he played on him, but the intention was for Rachel. And since Yosef was the first child of Rachel, she had two boys, she had Yosef and Binyamin, but Yosef was the first one, so he started by telling us these are descendants of Yaakov. Yosef is the one that Yaakov had intention to marry Rachel first. He was given Leah, and then he had children from Leah, but the main intention was for a child from Rachel, and that's Yosef. So that's number one. The other thing is Yosef had his look. He looked like a carbon copy of his father. He looked exactly like his father. He had the same face, the same. So Yaakov, Yosef, to indicate that Yosef was a duplicate of his father, if you wish. Not just physically that they look the same, but also in terms of their personal experiences. What happened to Yaakov happened to Yosef. זה נסתם וזה נסתם, זה אחי מבקש להורגו, וזה אחי מבקש להורגו. Both of them had trouble with their brother, Yaakov with Esav, Yosef with his brothers. So, this is, Rashi goes on with other subjects, but there is also another understanding in this pasuk, Elde Toldot Yaakov Yosef. Toledot is definitely the descendants of a person. But in the pasuk that speaks about the descendants of Noach, he says, Ele Toledot Noach, Noach ish tzaddik. These are the descendants of Noach. Noach was a righteous person. So Toldot can be also understood as the actions of a person. And therefore, Ele Toldot Yaakov Yosef, each one of us, of Am Yisrael, is a descendant of Yaakov. And Ele Told, the actions of the descendants of Yaakov, Yosef. Yosef in Hebrew, aside from being the name of one of the tribes, Yosef in Hebrew comes from the verb to add. Yosef means that a person should always add and continue to progress and not rest on his laurels in terms of already learned enough Torah. No, there is always more to learn, there is always more mitzvot to do, there is always more to progress. So Yosef means to continue to progress, to continue to move forward. So Ele Toldot Yaakov, understanding Toldot as the action, as the mitzvot, as the knowledge of Torah, etc. Yosef, not just as the name of the child Yosef of Yaakov, but also Yosef, with the verb that the person should always continue to go and go mechayil el chayil, go from strength to strength and progress, and always learn more and add more and more mitzvot. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.